What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we are going to look at some of the rest of what we got from the Fan Fest on Friday. We already did see, well, a lot of pics of the Beast Wars Scorpion Arc and the Galvatron, as well as the Arc. But it looks like we got some other things that have come out, such as this Kingdom Core class Soundwave, the Kingdom Core class Dracodon, the Shattered Glass Blur. Oh yeah, I want to get into that. The Kingdom Deluxe class Tricranius with the Beast Power Fire Blast Collection Pack. Something we want to look at. Of course, we're going to see some more pictures of the Commander class Rodimus Prime. We're going to see the Voyager class Rhinox, Deluxe class Trax, the Wingfinger Deluxe class, as well as this auto-converting Optimus Prime. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of the video. First things first is the Core class Soundwave. Such a cute little Soundwave. Looks very nice. Looks like a miniaturized Voyager class Soundwave that we got in Earthrise, Netflix exclusive. This one is probably going to be the one to pick up the most. I mean, they even got the little tape inside of him, and that is really cool. Like, man, you know, I'm just ready to pick this up and put this on the shelf. So, I mean, you know, if you want to make him be small, this is the perfect opportunity to get it. Look how the tape just pops out there like that. That is nice detail, man. That is very nice detail. I still like it's still not as good as the Voyager. Let's be for real. And of course, the transformation. What's odd though is the feet stick out. Well, other than that, I mean, you know, beats getting that little tiny one that you got with the weapons pack, you know, that we got a few weeks ago. And so, yeah, we're going to skip over to this, I believe, is Dracodon, which looks like a repaint of the vertebrae, I think it was. Just green. I mean, it looks okay. It's a remold, I think, with a different type of head. Again, I'm not into the fossilizers per se. You know, but for you guys that are really, really digging these, this is a perfect opportunity to get a repaint and remold of a previous release figure. We knew it was coming. But the one that I kind of really want is this Wingfinger. Man, this Wingfinger looks really good, man. Yeah. The detail in the eye there, wow. I mean, it looks like it stepped right out of a museum. And let's see some other pics here as they come through. There's the open mouth. I mean, wow, man. I'm kind of stoked for this one, but I'll really tell you why I'm stoked for this one. And that's because of this robot mode. I want an army of these things, man. Different colors, clear, red, blue, whatever. They just remind me of some type of army. I mean, this one is the one that I would want as a fossilizer, just as a standalone. Like, he could be some type of warriors. I mean, the imagination, it's endless with these. And the fact that it looks like he's got a bow and arrow. Oh my gosh, man, that's so cool. They got him. He's the best one. I'm going to tell you right now, of all the fossilizers, this is the one I want to get. I mean, he looks menacing. He looks like he can do some damage, man. And you know, he's a maximal, so that makes it even better. Now, here he is paired up with, we're going to see Trax in a few moments here. He looks okay with Trax. I don't know that configuration would work. He's already got wings, but for some reason with Wheeljack, that looks really nice. So yeah, Wingfinger is a go for me. I definitely want him. I'm probably going to get two of him. You know, he'll be my first fossilizer I review. So hey, and there's the parts and everything. So yeah, he's definitely on my list. And now we're going to go to Deluxe Class Trax. And yeah, now this, man, it looks good. So, I think he's got a faux chest there, but, you know, and that's probably borrowing a little bit from the tooling that they have with Runabout and Run Amok. And like those have the full chest, which is pretty good. But that's something that's actually come from Masterpiece, because as you know, Masterpiece Sunstreaker does have a full chest as well. But yeah, for a deluxe class from Kingdom, that is a pretty sporty, nifty look. And he's got the wings. I mean, he looks way better than the tracks we got back in Reveal the Shield. I mean, this is a definite win. The robot mode is fantastic, very G1 cartoon like. The vehicle mode, I mean, they really nailed very closely that late 70s Corvette. I mean, man, I mean, I don't know if Chevrolet gave them the license to do it, but my goodness, it is very close. And you can see he has the ability to, you know, store up the weapons, and he does have his flying mode. We're going to see that in about a few seconds here. Yeah, man, that is going to be very sought after. This tracks is way better than Reveal the Shield, but of course, when the video comes out, we'll do comparisons when we get our hands on them. And of course, the thieves may get them early, so hey, you know how it goes. But yeah, this one is a go. I mean, you know, I enjoy it. Just looking at it. I mean, yeah. I'm stoked for him. Next, we have Voyager class Rhinox, and I gotta be honest with you, man. You know, I kind of dig the old Scorponok, but I mean, this one works. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this one works too. I mean, the details are more tightened up. You know, they didn't do a bad job with the leader class one that came out a few years back during Generations, but yeah, this one is going to be more in scale. You know, we're going to take a few looks at the beast mode, and the beast mode looks pretty good. I mean, they got the nailed more of a gray color, kind of reminds me of the Rhino from Spider-Man. You can see the teeth there, and let's get a good close-up look at that. Yeah, there's some very nice details, the teeth and the tongue. The horns, I mean, they look really nice. I mean, yeah, this is going to be one I pick up. Not a fan of Beast Wars when I say that, but I did watch the cartoon, and Rhinox is one of my favorite characters from that series, so he's definitely going to be in my collection. And yeah, this is definitely a go. And yeah, these are the obligatory white background pics. We always put those in as a final release. Now on to my man, Commander Class Rodimus Prime. So right now we're looking at his chest opening up, and he does store the Matrix in his chest, and that's going to be a good thing. I really wish they did that for Hot Rod though, for the deluxe class Hot Rod from Studio Series. I wish he had a way to put the Matrix in him, but either way, it's only going to go into one, so why not go into Rodimus Prime? And yeah, man, I am really stoked for this guy. I know people are griping about the vehicle mode, but I got some things to say about that. And here's another picture of the Matrix. As we know, if you ever had a G1 Rodimus Prime, there wasn't really much of a vehicle. You just kind of pulled out this long-legged, kind of folded up vehicle front, but he didn't have anything else. And you got to think about that from, oh yeah, here's him with holding the sword. There's no Matrix in the sword, so I don't see that. And there's the gun, of course. But let's get to the vehicle mode. Having a full-on vehicle, I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I'm sure it's bigger. It's still going to be bigger than the Studio Series Hot Rod in vehicle mode. So, you know, I mean, I don't want to hear anybody complaining. At this point in the game, I like it. The only thing that I'm going to do, look at those blast effects coming out of his exhaust there. Interesting. Wow, almost looks milky or something like that. But hey, they're giving us a lot. I would definitely take a liquid pen and paint the inside silver so we can get some rim action going on there. But look, you can actually put a car in there, man. That's what they're saying. You're supposed to be able to put I think if you put a deluxe class car in there, that is pretty neat. You can't even do that with Optimus Prime's trailer. It's very hard to do. You got to only get certain cars to fit in there. And look how the vehicle fits in when you transform it into like the command bay. That is a definite win there. You're winning with this. I mean, yeah, the playability, the ability to connect with other bases, when it's like this, yeah, you can't pass that up. And of course, the obligatory Pics and that Studio Ox look just coming right on through. Oh man, fantastic. I really do like this vehicle mode. I'm going to have some fun when I get mine. Now, the next one is this guy. This is the Tricanius. And I believe he is deluxe class, but he also comes with these blast effects. So it's like he gets these, it's a collection pack, and he's actually going to be $29.99. So I'm assuming this is going to be, like a Pulse exclusive. I don't think it's something you can get to store. Like you could just buy it. But yeah, this one is going to be nice. I'm not into the fossilizers, neither into the blast effects. But since we know people that are into it, I'm probably going to pick this up just because, hey, it's a Triceratops, one of my favorite dinosaurs growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get them. And these are the different blast effects. So yeah, this is going to be something that people are going to collect because we do have a lot of people that love the blast effects. Personally, I don't get involved in these blast effects, but having different ones, different colors, and different ways to add them to your existing toys, it's gonna be a good thing. So yeah. I definitely say I will pick this one up. And here's another picture of it, of course, with the obligatory white background. And I believe this is what the box is going to look like. So stay tuned for that. And now we get to Shattered Glass Blur. Now, I'm going to say this right off the bat. This Blur is already bought. Yeah, like I already bought it in my mind. I don't do pre-orders per se. I kind of just get it. But I might pre-order him, just to have him. But yeah, the Blur is nice. I mean, the head sculpt is way better than the one that came with the Studio Series. And that's really the worst part of the Studio Series is that damn face. I hate that face. This one looks great. I mean, if they could just make the head sculpt like this without the extra, like his eye and having all that battle damage to the face, man, he would make an excellent Blur. And the colors are another thing, too. And also, you got to realize that Shattered Glass Blur was a very expensive toy. And now you have a chance to have a Blur that actually transforms into the Blur. He's Blur, but Shattered Glass versus, I believe, Blur was a repaint of Armada Blur. So, yeah, look at those lightning effects in the vehicle mode. Oh, my goodness. This thing looks really, really, really good, man. You know how much money Hasbro's going to take from me, even though they've already taken enough from me right now? Oh, man, if they do more Shattered Glass, I'm stoked. And then finally, we have this Optimus Prime that's an auto-converting Optimus Prime. Now, I believe the price is $700 or $800? $700. So it's the Robosen auto-converting Optimus Prime. And so basically you have an Optimus Prime that takes commands and will transform on its own. Now I know for some people this is polarizing because you're talking about a one-of-a-kind figure that can auto-transform, that it's not just some old simple, iRobot thing. It actually transforms. It has articulation. It has lights, and I think it works with the cell phone app. So as we go through the pictures, I'm going to do my best to show it. I didn't watch I don't care for Hasbro. Just don't like them as a corporation. I think they suck. So I don't watch their little fan fest. I have other things to do. But let's get into it. This is a nice looking Prime. I do spend lots of money on toys. I do spend, I have some figures that are worth $400 or $500 that I've had to put, I've bought. But they don't auto transform, but it's a different thing. But $700, I'm about to spend $500 on a toy that I already had, and I would have to shift it around, that money around to get this. And to be honest with you though, I would look at this as I don't know, maybe it's not my cup of tea, but if I wanted it, I would just go ahead and get it. I think because it's a one of a kind, with all these parts that it's using, the fact that it lights up, the fact that it transforms on its own, it's something that you got to look at and say, do I really want this? Because some people just can't afford $700. That's why, it's going to be hard to sell. But then again, I'm spending almost $500 on a toy that doesn't do that. But the difference is that once that toy sells out again, it's going to go up exponentially in value. And being that this connects with the cell phone, and you can do different things with actions, remote control, missions, all these commands that you can do. I think it's a fun interaction. I think it's future proof because, if you can work with a cell phone, smartphones are always going to be here. They're a part of our daily lives. So, yeah. And the packaging looks really nice. Collector's edition. Now it says number 0001. So they're going to do more. Maybe if these sell, maybe they'll do another one. I mean, the only other thing I could think of them really doing is a Bumblebee, but let's take the Prime first. I'd rather be Prime than Bumblebee, and I think they chose the right character for Iconicsy. And of course, we already seen these. If you need to see Scorponok, the Arc, Teletran 1, and Galvatron, I'll link to the previous video I did on yesterday going into detail on them. But of course, this was also part of today's reveal, so I just didn't want to leave them out in case someone asked, or maybe they didn't have a chance to see the video. But yeah, they're also in there, so that'll be a link to them. And Gear's Galvatron, of course, with the ship from Galvatron as guns. I think that's a pretty good nod. Of course, I really want that Galvatron. I want all this stuff. So to conclude, mostly everything I will buy, maybe except I probably won't get the Dracodon, the green repaint of the vertebrate, but everything else that has been shown, except for the Optimus Prime, I gotta see into that, because like I said, I got something else that's more important to me than that Prime that I really want. And I know that when I get that toy and I'm done and I get it, it's going to go up in value. I know. So I have to concentrate on that right now. But other than that, I think that these are some great releases. The Shattered Glass looks very promising. They fixed blur. Everybody else so far, Trax, Rodimus, Rhinox, everybody's looking fantastic. So what are your thoughts? Please leave them down in the comments below. Like I said, if you're not getting them, you're not stoked, let me know. But hey, please like, subscribe, and share. Again, my name is Super Robot Ed. Have a great, fantastic night, and we got more on the way.